Please watch the video to the end to get a great discount. Also, please like the video to help it grow.
So when it comes to sports trading, how much of it is just pure guesswork? That gut feeling, and how much can data actually give you a real edge? Well, today we're going to dig into a tool called Goal Guardian that claims to do exactly that, to help you switch from those gut feelings to making, well, more calculated moves. Let's see what it's all about.
All right, let's start with something every sports trader knows all too well. You're watching the market, it's moving a mile a minute, and you've got to make a call, right? But what's really behind that decision? So often, it's just a gut feeling. And that's exactly the problem we're kicking things off with.
I mean, isn't this the classic trader's dilemma? You place a trade based on a hunch, and then you just sit there, anxiously watching the market, just hoping you got it right. It's that feeling, that anxiety, that a tool like Goal Guardian is supposedly designed to tackle.
Okay, so if trading based on your gut is the problem, what's the solution? Well, the source material we're looking at introduces a tool that's all about data, and it's called Goal Guardian.
So, what is Goal Guardian? At its core, it's a powerful piece of software that actually lives right inside Google Sheets. That makes it super accessible, whether you're a seasoned pro or just dipping your toes in. The whole idea is for it to be your data-driven co-pilot, helping you build out your strategies and hopefully trade with a whole lot more confidence.
So what does this thing actually do? Well, it boils down to 4 key features. First, you've got predictive analysis for what the next scoreline might be. Then, it helps with over-under goals predictions. It also gives you this cool visual representation of a team's strength so you can see it at a glance. And on top of that, you get regular updates and even some exclusive ebooks to help you learn.
Features are great and all, but how does any of this actually give you a real, tangible edge? Well, that all comes down to the core strategy behind it. And according to the source material, the entire philosophy behind this tool can be summed up in just one word: value. See, this shifts your goal from just trying to pick a winner to identifying when the odds are actually in your favor. And that, right there, is a crucial difference. It's the edge Goal Guardian is trying to help you find.
Okay, let's make this value concept a bit more real with an actual trading example. Let's say you're trading in the over 1.5 goals market. Now, as the game goes on and no one scores, what happens? The odds for over 1.5 start to climb, and that's where value starts to appear. So you're watching the game, you're monitoring the software. When Goal Guardian's data flashes a signal that there's a strong chance of a goal, that's your moment. You place your back bet. Then, if a goal is scored, the odds swing back in the other direction. You can then lay the bet on an exchange, which basically means you're betting against that outcome now to lock in a profit no matter what happens next in the game. You see? The key isn't just what you bet, it's all about when.
Now, having a data-driven edge sounds amazing, right? But, and this is a big but, it's absolutely crucial to be realistic here. We're talking about a tool, not a crystal ball, so it's really important to understand its limitations.
And look, the source material definitely makes some pretty bold claims. You'll see phrases like unparalleled accuracy and talk about delivering almost accurate predictions. It's clearly being positioned as some cutting-edge tech that's going to give you a serious competitive advantage.
But right alongside all that, you get this really critical reality check. The disclaimer is crystal clear. There is absolutely no guarantee of winning. It says that losses can, and probably will, happen. And this just hammers home the risk that's baked into any kind of trading.
So the big takeaway here is this. Goal Guardian is designed to assist your decisions, not make them for you. It's giving you data, it's giving you insights, but the final call and all the risk that comes with it, that's still on you, the trader. You always have to remember that. All right, so if you've heard all that and you're still interested in this data-driven approach, let's get into the practical side of things. What do you actually need to get started? The good news is the barrier to entry here is actually pretty low. The main things you need are totally free: a Google account for Google Sheets and an account on a betting exchange like Betfair. The source also gives a shout out to BetAngel software as an optional but recommended tool if you want to get a bit more advanced with your trading. And what about the cost of the software itself? Well, the source lists the original price at £30, but there's currently a discounted price of £15.
And to get that 50% discount, the code you'll need to use at checkout is D4OOWUI. Again, that's D, the number 4, OOWUI.
And that really brings us right to the final question, which kind of sums up the whole proposition, doesn't it? Are you ready to trade with data, not just chance?
It's a fundamental shift in mindset, really, moving from impulse to calculation. And the question is that a shift you're ready to make?